You are the most important person in your world. You are the most important person in your world. And I really feel that people will need to hear that a bit more. We give so much of ourselves to other people. I really think there needs to be some sort of internalization of how important we are as individuals, not in an egotistical sense, but in more so of a sense of taking care of ourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever it is. We really need to start just looking at ourselves with so much more kindness. It's so easy to fall into the trap of being nasty to yourself and having negative thoughts. It comes so easily. It's frustrating and annoying. It pisses me off. I've honestly have struggled with it so much, with negative self-talk, and I've gone through so much in my life. And when that all compounds, I get to a place where I'm like, Jesus, like, why? And then I start to spiral from that, or I have done in the past, because it's been so hard to sort of understand why. I went to a place of like, why me? Why am I struggling so much? Why is this person died? Why did I have to have that surgery? Why did that person leave me? Whether it was a parent, a friend, like there's been so much, I don't even want to say overcome, but I guess I have. Like I've had to work through all of these things and it's been so bloody difficult. And I want you to know that you can overcome these things and you can get stronger too. You really, really can. I'm realizing over the last few years, it's mind over matter. You have to want to change this and continually practice at it. Meditation is one thing. Eating well, fitness, all of these things that are so good for you, you need to engage in. If you know something that is you're doing that is bad for you, don't do it. Do not do it. I see some people, and this is no judgment, but I'm like, you're waking up, you're drinking energy drinks and chocolate bars and coffee and making choices that aren't good for you, and you're riddled with anxiety and you're not feeling well as a person. You can rid yourself of that if you remove those things and start incorporating better things. This is all things that we know. But I think people really need to understand that your body, who you are, you're basically like you're an angel. Look after yourself. Look after yourself the same way you would look after a child or your husband or your wife. I have that caring nature inside of me, and I love to look after the ones closest to me. And I've neglected myself. So easy to do. So easy to just, have a glass of wine or a bottle, or just do bad things and not work out and do all of those things. It's just, you need to choose you. You need to overcome that. I have found there's been like pivotal points in my life, really pivotal points, where I'm walking a certain way and then I will suddenly just have a switch inside of me, and it's like, I don't want to play this character anymore. I'm not happy being whoever I'm portraying myself as. It's not a part of me anymore, and I just switch like that. It's a funny thing. I don't know if anyone else has ever done stuff like that or goes through those sorts of, I'm just done with that. I'm putting it to bed and saying goodbye. It's really interesting. Like for the last, I would say month now, I woke up one day. I've never been a fitness girly, not really. Like I enjoy doing Pilates and stuff, but I've never like made it my life. Monday to Friday gym, that's just not my personality whatsoever. And then last month I just woke up and I was like, no, I don't want to be that person anymore. I'm only getting older. I know that when I get to 50, 60 and upset because my back hurts and whatever else, I will just decline. And we're all dying really. But I'm dedicated now to moving my body, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I do my Pilates, I do a bit of weight training. I don't go to a gym. I do it all at home. Just because personally on my own sort of journey of it, I just like to have a bit of playfulness. In a 45-minute class, it's all go, go, go. Whereas if I'm at home, I can put on some music, I can do a little dance in between, I can mold it to the way that I like it, and I don't have to feel like shit. Like some of these classes make me feel like shit. And that's just what it is. But it's interesting how you can just shift your mindset. Same thing with alcohol. I really have barely been drinking. For someone that can drink, it's just not, the inclination isn't there anymore. I don't want to. I wake up tired. I don't want to be tired anymore. I'm really starting to see myself as my body is a temple. My mind and body is a temple. And I really wish others would just do the same, because you just feel so good. There is nothing better in life than feeling good within yourself. You can make better choices. You meet, everything around you just becomes better. You start to see through the bullshit. People become, you attract what you are. The better you are, the better people you'll be around, and the more opportunities you'll attract and things like that. I just really think it's something that's so profound and that has moved me so much. It's been such a wild journey, I will say. For those of you that don't know or are new here, it's been 4.5 years since I lost my husband. And I've spent so much time just milling around, wandering, kind of aimlessly, not knowing what's next. What is next? Just trying to find purpose and trying to find so much meaning in my life, to the point of almost where I probably thought about it too much. There is so much in letting go and just living. That's another thing that I've been thinking about, is just being is important. Something that we don't really do. Our culture doesn't promote that. We work so much, and the downtime that we do have, or the time off that we do have, it's filled up with needing to create experiences and holidays because we don't have any other time. Life is just so busy. But I've recently had 4 months off to decide what I want to do in terms of career or work. I don't really see myself as a career person. I very much enjoy just doing casual work and going from place to place because I'm blessed to do so. But I didn't know for the first 2 months, what am I going to do? What do I want to do? I don't know. What do I enjoy? I genuinely thought, I was like, am I lazy? Do I not like work? Am I just that person? And then I realized it's like, no, you're just not passionate about what you do. Do something that makes you feel good inside. And now I've recently got a job in aged care, and I'm going to be working with older people, just helping them in their daily lives. And I'm so bloody excited for it. But in that time frame of the first 2 months of quitting my job and not knowing, I felt so uncomfortable. I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, what on earth am I doing? I don't know. Just the unknown is so scary for so many people. It's, I think I just got to a point where I was like, okay, well, you have to just let it go. Enjoy the time that you have off while you have it. And I'm sure it will come to you. And this is something that I know about myself, is that bursts of inspiration comes to me, and then it will just reveal the light, and I'll know which way to go. And it's not always a permanent road, but maybe it's okay for that time. And lo and behold, a month later, I was like, oh, I've had an epiphany. I've had an idea. I go and speak to a few people, And this is the one thing I love about people. If you know a few people, they always know someone who knows someone who knows someone. And it just helps you get so much more connected in whatever. And gosh, people are just amazing that way. Anyway, so now I am employed again. Yay. And I have a sense of what I want to do. And it's just, all of that uncomfortableness was for no reason. I should have just trusted myself and enjoyed what was going to, was it always going to be this way? It's just so, sometimes we get just so caught up in our own minds, and it's so unhelpful. So unhelpful. I've really, really been doing my best to meditate a lot. I actually don't meet many people that dismiss it. I think the collective know how good it is for you. You have to reside to the fact that you're going to do it imperfectly. Sometimes those thoughts aren't always going to go away, but just sitting in yourself, and I don't know, I just like to think about all of the things that I can be and all that I am, and listen to the birds. I swear to God, I have a kindred with birds. I can't stop. I adore them. They are like so carefree, and they just fly. I actually finally understood, this is a bit random, but what's it, Jenny from Forrest Gump, when she said, I want to be a bird so we can fly far, far away from here. I finally understand that really now. I really do. Because I feel like, I don't know, it's got bird energy. I love it. Anyway, I've completely forgotten where I was going with that. Yes, listening to the birds or whatever it is, being out in nature is so bloody healing. I love it. I do. It is so good. I wish we could live outside more. Sometimes I wish I could just pitch a tent. I actually can if I wanted to. Pitch a tent in my garden and just sleep in there. But then I get worried someone's going to come in and I'll have to ward them off with a machete. And I don't own a machete. And I also think the idea of getting in trouble with the police would really scare me. That's one thing I actually worry about, is that if I was ever in a self-defense situation, am I going to go to prison? Because I'm not just going to let old mate butcher me up. I'm sorry. Do you know? Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I do know. That's one thing I need to stop saying. I don't know. I do know that life is incredibly hard, and it will test you to your limits. And you, at some point when you're ready, have to make choices. And those choices are going to be hard, and maybe you're not going to want to do them, but you should, because it's better for your mental health and for your physical health, your spiritual, everything in alignment. And this is not going to be all the time. Unfortunately, things happen. And this is one of the things that I have to think about. I know that my life is not going to be perfect, and other obstacles are going to come my way. And I'm going to be like, fuck. And it's going to be really difficult, and I'm going to be sad and bloody emotional and just not want to get out of bed, but we have to. And I feel like when you've gone through past things and you've pushed on through, you have building blocks. You understand that you are a resilient person. You have that strength inside of you, and you know you can overcome that. And that's so important to have. And then eventually you can become a person that someone else can look towards and be like, well, they did it, so can I. I am so in awe of people I meet that have been through the most, and they're always such the kindest people. They are so loving and giving and kind, and it warms my heart. It actually melts my heart. It really does. I don't think there's anything more important in this world than love. This is something I truly, truly believe. I think how we show up in the world, we should be leading with love in every situation, because when you've lost someone, you understand that that's all there is, and that's all that they wanted. They just wanted to be here with you. And it makes me emotional thinking about it, to be honest. It really does. I just wish there was more of that in the world. And there is so much of it already. But yeah, if I can be a little person that tells you to spread more love, I will. I also had thoughts. Now, I always have thoughts on social media that if you're struggling, do not go on there. Get off of it. Just remove it from your life. It's awful. It really is. I've listened to a few interviews with Zuckerberg, and I'm just, I'm not a fan. And I don't want to shit on someone, he's done a lot, but selling connectivity, it's not that at all. It's the complete opposite. It's the same with all of these dating apps. It's not real life connection. And I'm sure there are people that have met that way, but constantly putting all of your energy into these things, into that digital realm, it's just not real life. I feel like we need to be more grounded in reality. And that's why there's so much sadness and confusion. I'm a 31-year-old woman, and if I'm scrolling or doing whatever on my phone, it makes me feel bad about myself. I just don't have that capacity, and I don't think many other people do, to be honest. A lot of my friends say the exact same thing. I mean, we all stay on there. I have given myself a strict limit. I will do 1 day a week because I don't need to open it up. There's already so much to consume. If I could have a flip phone and a Nokia, I absolutely would. I'm so anti social media, and I'm not anti the internet. This is great. Being able to connect with people is great. I've got bloody so much stuff. I've got a TV and all the rest of it, but I feel like it's just gotten to a place where it's really harmful for people. It's really harmful for our kids. I know teenagers that they just think differently. They're in a different realm and their heads are down. I don't even know what society is going to look like in 20 years. It scares me, honestly. It just seems like we really are going into a different age, an age of disconnectivity, and it's being sold as connectivity. I think the ads are what get me on social media. It upsets me that it can just detect when you're not feeling great about yourself, and it will target more of that to you. And that's all of it that it is, really. I remember when I first got Instagram, there was no ads on there. It was literally just seeing people's photos, and it was very, basic. Same with Facebook and whatnot. Not that I don't have Facebook either. But now it's just, incessant. And I don't know about you, but all of the noise from the reels, all of the audio consistently being so fast, does my head in. It actually sends me a little bit insane. I'm like, how is we just constantly the same song repeating itself, and people are getting bored so quickly? It's called, what is it called? Brain rot? Is that what it's called? Doom scrolling? What is that? What? We're coining these terms for it, and yet we're still using it? I can't. So there needs to be some sort of self-control. And I've had to learn self-control and not engage in that thing because it's shit. And I feel so much fucking better when I'm not on there. Excuse my language. So much better. I sleep so well, and I really value sleep. Sleep is just like gold for me. I slept the whole way through the other night for the first time in ages, and I was so, so happy. But it's just not good for you. So much is not good for you. Control what you can, and make your life better. Try. Because what else? Because what other options do we have? I don't know. We're going to be in the dirt at some point anyway. Might as well make the most of this time that we have here, to be honest. Might as well make the most of it. It's funny. I think sometimes people think we live forever. We don't. It's only a short time. One day we'll wake up and we'll be like, oh, shouldn't have spent so much time mulling over that one thing or whatever it is. worrying so much, spending my whole life worrying or not doing the thing. And I am a person that I get in my way all the time, but I'm really taking steps to try and overcome that. Trying my hardest, even though it's really, really hard sometimes and difficult. But eliminating the noise for me is so, so helpful. It really is. Life it's not that hard a lot of the time. We make up all this stuff in our minds, I think. I definitely have. If you just go outside and take a walk and see old mate and give him a smile and a how you going, life is not that bad. It really isn't. And you have the power to make your life better if you want to. Everyone does. Especially if you live in a Western world. We have opportunities at our feet. Man, the internet is incredible. YouTube, fitness videos, all of the information, whatever you need to better your life. How to be a better parent, how to be whatever. All of the tutorials on the internet. The only tutorials I don't like are handyman ones, because I end up trying to fix things around my house and I fuck it up more. I don't know what's happened this year. Everything in my house is starting to break and I don't know how to fix it. And I try to fix it and I make it worse. So I think I'm just going to put my money in someone else's hands and they can do it for me. Ladies, if you know, you know. See, I'm coining terms that people use. I hate that I do that. It's so easy to pick up on young people words. But some of it's actually quite addictive to say. Anyway, guys, it's been so much. Thank you. It's been so lovely to talk to you. It has been a while since I've been on here. I think it's been 4 weeks. I've just been living and enjoying this peace, this time. I genuinely, in my 4.5 years since losing Matt, have never felt so happy. And that is a strange feeling, actually. I don't feel bad about it, but it's odd. I remember after he passed, I said to myself, am I ever going to feel happy again? Am I ever going to feel? And this past month has just been a transformation in me. And I'm basking in it, to be honest. I really am. I'm just sitting in it and enjoying it because I don't know how long it will last. I'm hoping this is just like, me moving forward, but you never know when there's going to be a regress or something like that. But truly, I've just been enjoying moments. That sounds very Meghan Markle-like. My bad. I'm sorry. Moments. Enjoying little moments. Oh, I feel bad for her. That documentary wasn't great, was it? It wasn't. It was it's a very rich people thing to do, isn't it? Like, oh, look, I found a new hobby. I'll just make a Netflix show and start wrapping gifts. It's like, oh, rich. Anyway, that's a bit of me. As usual, I absolutely love you all. Always bet on yourself. Absolutely love that. I hope you have a wonderful week and I'll see you next time.